Hi everybody, good morning. I'm doing Windows Threat Detection 1. Explore common initial access methods on Windows and then how to detect them. And more is about RDP and this one is RDP, phishing and USB. It's an introduction. It's a free room. I supposed to do it last weekend and then I was busy with other rooms. I thought today, early morning, Monday, let me finish it quickly. The main objective is explore how threat act access and breach Windows, machine and combination access technique, practice detecting in event log, things like that. Have the IP machine, you can use study directly or use RDP to it. When doing Windows, I always like to access to it through this. Because if you want to copy and paste and things like that, it's easy for me to do that. I think the machine just started. Let me wait for it for a bit. Now, the initial access here, of course, this is some kind of apartment things like initial door. So the attacker need to follow access through the door. The door, basically, whatever you have here. So you have, for example, botnet from China, Russian APT group, undefined attacker, for example, brute forcing, expose, for example, if they found RDP is open, exploit mail server. Basically, here you have an application, can be mail server, can be a web server, anything. What is enter via unprotected MSN SQL. Of course, company usually have a firewall, you have a DMZ where you put your server, you need to put them open to public, that's how your business work, and whatever you have there. So like they said, putting Windows directly in the interest in the internet is a common task for IT. That's company has a website, have service for customer, things like that. They have emails, they need to be open. They have RDP for IT support, and then you have this that actor will look for example, is you can a T1133 external remote server that I look for exposed RDP SSH and try to brute force some external remote services. T1190 explore public facing application because this one is more like if you have application, web server, mail server, things like that. User driven method, for example, is more target. Like for example, you can take what is that technique? You take a couple of USBs for testing social engineering, and you test your security structure. You take, for example, USBs and just throw them in parking lot of a company or something and test if employees will take it and plug it in their computer. Like he's prepare an infected USB device, user plug it, and then sector A, sector B, for example, Captain sent phishing email, the classic one. So we have the phishing T1566 and we have the USB one. Um, let's try, what's this one? Some initial access methods are getting popular and other are declining, and there are many great threat report and more initial access tendencies. Nevertheless, as occurrences, you should know threat actor. Okay. Major also my group. Okay, you can read about them. Now, which MITRE technique ID discovering shots of the vulnerable mail server. Basically, you have an application. Which one that have a public facing application? So it should be that. Let's not type. Oh, we need to type. I don't want to type. Let me steal it. Then, which initial access method rely on user opinion? Yeah, this is the classic phishing. Let's type phishing. Let's then we have initial access via RDP here because RDP for support usually, and so as you should know that if you expose RDP the word and set 123 password, your host will be breached within a few days. However, not everyone understands the security risk of exposed RDP. According to Sensei research, there are over 5 million RDP enabled machines right now, and many of them are already under threat actor control. The problem is so widespread that Defender for Core RDP, the ransomware deployment protocol. Huh, that's a nice name. emphasizing how often another breach directly results in a ransomware attack. Okay, the RDP is a step of attack. Botnet, for example, starts scanning IPs, usually for exposed RDP because they attacked RDP port. Network are out. Okay, we're not doing that. Brute forcing, botnet start by brute forcing when they find, for example, most of the time people use username like administrator. That's why it's good when you create username, create random names. Don't treat it like a password. Open security law, for example, here the 4625. Let's start first. Let's start our. Let's use RDP. That's exactly what we're doing now. We RDP the machine and we complain about RDP. Usually Windows machine crash. This time, let's not crash in Windows. Sometimes that's what we have. Okay, what we have. Let me see if we can make zoom in things. Where's the zoom in things in Windows? What size? Yeah, Windows. It's always complex. Change mouse pointer shows mouse start. What's magnifying? Let's see what's that. Font. Okay, apply this. Okay, let's make that one. Okay, we have this is the our labs here. We have phishing one, case 123, RDP case. I want also to use some PowerShell just to use it from a little bit perspective. Okay, that's your font. It's easy to come here. Where are you? Let's make it 18 so you can see it. Okay, so we have that. Let's see what the room says. First, of course, RDP for when we're looking for 3 because RDP you start network authenticating. Then they have 2 stages. The stage 1, what they call it, connection, and then the 10. The 10 is what start the session. So you need to look for 3T. They really work together. Remote login, the 4625 is mean wrong password, filter only from external IP. That's it, you have detected potential brute. Then initial access now DP after around the handler to the button guess the correct password and enter the system if password is wrong. Is simple password. Then the successful login is event 4624. This is we're not using sysmon, we're using normal Windows event log. Further malicious action. 2. How after the breach, the threat actor login via RDP and review the desktop. Continue with the list of the previous steps. So let's follow this. Fit the login type 10, indicating interactive RDP. Yeah, that's what they said, the 10 one, because that's where your session start. Copy the login ID field. Open sysmon log. We're not using sysmon. I don't know why they use it. Talking about. And here basically a screenshot for it. It's better uh, to understand it is better go straight to the logs. We are doing to log sorry, and my voice. We're doing the RDP case. Let's open the RDP. Let's wait for it. Basically we wait for it. Let's go to my friend. We can do the same thing, the 4625, because we're looking for the 4625 event. Okay, we have 1565. There's a room TryHackMe. You can do PowerShell, so we can filter using the path query expert the 465 and get the data if you get lost in Control C. Okay, that's why I use this one. I'm still thinking. So you can paste directly here. Oh no. Oh, okay. CD desktop. What's the name of the folder? Practice. CD RDP. Okay, RDP case. We have that file there. Okay, let's put that there. Now you can see when PowerShell, it's easy to, we come back to PowerShell now. So we can filter the current log for 625. You can see them, they're already there. So you can put ID, so 4625. So now we're looking for, you can, this is the date 959 54. So the earliest is this one, the 520. Of course, in the real scenario, you don't get 1500, you get millions of logs, and that's why investigation. You can see administrator must also check the IP. It's if a foreign IP or local IP, because it can be local administrator accessing. But you can see IP, and we have a username admin, login type 3. That's what we're looking for mostly. Login 3. Login 3 is kicking on. You see the IP. Now this one, it's an administrator. Again, an administrator. The IP, it's not local. Well, it can be an administrator, but when you have too many wrong IP, wrong values, it means you are under brute force. Which one? Administrator, let's go up. Which one? I came administrator. I thought I saw some other user. Why I don't see them here now? Account name admin. What's the IP address? 196. Then we have, yeah, you can see. So that's why the question said to you, which users seem to be the most actively targeted by botnet? Dun, 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 you see now, you can guess it. It's an administrator. So Control C. Oh, what I did. And also we can see it from our PowerShell. You see, when I do PowerShell here, to give you the login type, because this basically this target username, IP address, login type, and tell me it's 4625, the event I'm looking for. So you can see here it is a user admin 2. We have a user, but most of them they pick up an administrator. Even there's a Lenovo here, user 2, user admin. Here you can see by PowerShell, you can see them. This command, you can save them in case you need them. Just sometimes it's easier. Like now is on guest, user 2, user 1, test admin. You can, IP is different, so you can see administrator here. The change IP, usually they do it because to trick firewall, because sometimes when you do wrong IP, wrong login, maybe firewall block your IP directly. So now we got that one. The next question tells us which IP managed to breach the host and enter the RDP session. Of course, for this one, we're talking about 4624 because that's one login. So we can just go back to filter the current log, and we go to the 24 log. No, what? 4624 24. And in 24, let's go back from the bottom. You can see this one who's, remember, we're looking at login 3. We have an administrator, and then which remember here, to confirm the login, it's better not look for just that IP. We need to look for type 3 and type 10 together. Now we have this one. It's a administrator type 3, and then if you go next one, it's a type 3 administrator from this IP, let's say 107. Then we have type 2. We are not interested in that's another thing. We have type 2, type 2 now, type 2, type 10. We have a type 10 from that IP, the 17, which is mean the session start here. So we can confirm this is the IP, not the other one. The other one, there's no type 10 for it. It's more like authenticated. I don't know what happened. It drop or something. Now let's confirm with so you can see it clearly when I do the PowerShell. So we're looking for 4624. Let's do that. Change it to 24. So I'm changing to why it's sometimes the copying doesn't work. You see, now I'm changing the RDP to the filter to go for 20. This one, the same things that 4624. I'm looking for type 3 and type 10 only, and you can see now, as we saw here, we can see that we saw this IP, but type 3, but there's no follow-up in 10. I'm not sure that IP for what it was. What type is this one? Type 3. Workstation name desktop QNBC4UU. That's what it start. The next one, type 3. Maybe it's the local administrator or something, but you can see there's no 10 for it. So we know, but this is the one that's interesting, because this one we have 3 the authentic, and then the 10 the session start. That's why interactive session start. So if you follow the question, this is the IP we're more interested about it. This is the IP that did the bridge. Now, can you get the real workstation name, the host name of the threat actor? No, because remember, because we remember this one, the part of log type 10. You can filter it, but you can guess what we already we saw this one. Type 3. You can see the source of it. And we can see later on type 10. Where is the type 10 of this? Did I went too fast? uh, that's the 10. Type 10, that type 10, you can see now, if you don't get confused there, because it's a process workstation, it's a F89VT, and then a condom on that one. That's the local machine. If you go backward in that IP, remember we targeting this IP, the 17. It's different. It's not the same. Let's do PowerShell so you can see it. Let's do 4624. Let's do this one so you can see it clearly. You don't get confused. It is the same there, but it's just clearer. Here I'm telling you, do me the authentication, get me login 10 or 3 so you can follow it. Remember, we're more we talk. This is not the IP we're talking about. We're talking about this IP. It have a workstation. Look when it starts, because this is when the external threat actor try to authenticate with RDP through Windows. So when Windows event log in, they log his own workstation. This is the real workstation start. If you go back here, you can see the workstation change, because this is interactive session. So because Windows login, now they log the session of the target, the user itself. That's why this is the user workstation. The threat actor is the original for the authentication. So now we can use that one. We got that one. Now I hope I explain it correctly. Now the next one, initial access via phishing. The phishing, of course, send an email. Phishing attack as still major threat and can mitigate easy as blocking RDP access. They can't, because they usually send an email. If users have access to internet, they will eventually bring malware to their laptop. Binary attachment. In Windows there is a lot of executable extension, and while most people know not to open untrusted.exe, what you do, the threat actor, they add this type of because when people see like .com or so things they trust them, .pdf, things like that, window, and then what threat actor they doing it, they add an extension to it. Like for example, you can see say tryhackme.com, but really don't, because what our friend Windows hides known file extension by default, meaning that the file program.exe will be shown in your new to just as program. So Windows is like encouraging phishing. Threat actor often abuse it by naming their viruses like invoice.pdf.exe and cat.png.com and changing the icon to fit the topic. See the screenshot, like for example, you see invoice.pdf, Windows doesn't show the .exe value, and they change the icon in the easy icon to change. Then we have the ln key, what do you call this, link files. To avoid evade education, threat actor may prefer attaching PowerShell, Visual Basic or BAT script over binaries. This one, it's better to understand it when you do the lab quickly now. Imagine receiving an email from a local PC store announcing major discount and asking you to review the detail in the attached archive. For example, here you get, for example, a zip, you open, you find, for example, PDF discount and things like that, and tell you visit our website, and you can see it's a link, and you think you click and you go into the website of the company. Reality not. And you see the code is a PowerShell. Now let's understand this better with with an example. Now let's do, because last time it crashed my Windows. They TryHackMe, they cancel my session when I open too many windows. Um, um, let's close that. Let's go to practice, and we have the phishing case 1. And we have this is, for example, they send you a value like the www.skype.com, and people create straightforward click on it. They don't know it's a binary, because if you go priority, uh, did the priority said it's a binary? No. Description, it says skype.com. Doesn't say a type file, ms-dos application. So it's, you know about it. What we're supposed to do again? The question said, let's play a role of an untrained user and mindlessly open the .com file. So basically here in real life you don't click, but here just try me to tell us what happened, because you see W and you can see without knowing this is not a link, it's not going to the internet. So basically, okay, and then loading W page, rendering HTML says for you. Just kidding, I am just a malware. You can see uh, the point of this exercise. So never open. That's the question. Let me close, because I don't want my session to cut. Phishing case, they give you, for example, like that. You come like that. You let me open this. A nice special, for example, I get open that, extract the file. No, I extracted what are you? Extract nice, and then we get two things: official website and upc store.png. Now it's a PNG file. Now if you go there, continue with the second attachment from phishing case 2 folder, from which URL does the ministry ln key download the next stage malware. Now usually this, I don't think it's an image, but let's trust her. So new PC store now open, good for you. Shop the best deals on computer and accessories. And that's what they play. They can give you the first one like a real one, no issue with it, so you get trust. And then they tell you this, and you can see it's a link. You use hurry up, you can see of hurry up official website. Of course, now you go property, for example, and then let's get a text file so we can see it. Come on, my friend Windows, where is your my file notepad? So the comment hurry up, and this one there is an application. It's not. Let's say Control A, Control C. Let's put it there, and now we can see it. Let's where's the zoom in. And now we know what happened. So when you click on it, it goes Windows Power, so it launch PowerShell in hidden Windows, so you don't see it really. Then it go connecting to the internet and get this file. So, and that's why you don't click in anything you get from the internet. And you can see that correctly. Finally, move to the phishing case 3. Okay, let's close these things. I need to close. Last time I left them open, then TryHackMe shut down my machine. I don't want to be shut down. Okay, now we got these things. We have the first thing you see is this .exe and .jpg, and you can see a picture of cat, and you have a phishing sysmon, and then you have a nice cat 2 png and nice cat. You can see this one is more like a real images. Was this TryHackMe stuff? You have this one also nice cat. Oy. And then this one you have, if you go to you can see .exe, but that's how the trick they're doing it. They do the .exe, and no, but TryHackMe told us that Windows removed the .exe. Why you okay, my Windows it showed the whole thing. So this property, there is an application. Let's not type. I don't like to type. Let's copy it, because I think the question here is finally move the phishing case 3 folder and review its content. What is the name of the double extension file there? It's the cat one. Now let's continue this one. I think we're coming back to that one. Detecting malicious download. It is very simple to hit malicious download if you know how the victim sees it. First, the users use a web browser, usually desktop application, open phishing attachment. So you browser Chrome or Edge browser start, which is mean event ID 1 in sysmon. If you're looking for sysmon, in the simplest case it will be direct.exe malware download, but you are far more likely to see archive attachment like the zip, for example, which is mean creating file, which mean event sysmon event ID 11 containing the malware. And this sysmon can greatly help us. Here's a scenario to have ID 1, so because any process creation, start browser, anything, it will be even ID 1. If you save in file or zip or anything, it event LD 11. If you extracting it, mean you creating another file, so it's 11 11 2. And then if you launching the malware, double click on it, it means process start, which means event ID is 1. And here they give you the process 1. It means you start your Firefox or Chrome or wherever, Edge for example. Here you file create, you downloads for example zip folder or something, then you extract it. If you have if you're extracting something, then you click on executable. It means you create a new process. Now the ln key, unlike with a bio attachment, ln key file have very interesting important capability. They have little execution trace. Consider the case of the screenshot below, where user download ln key file that look like Google Chrome shortcut. This one, like we have now, you can see. I mean, when you click on it like this one, it's clear. Sleep 10. It's not really dangerous. After the user launched the shortcut, Windows Explorer read the target field in the LA key, so we read this field and make it look like Explorer that I see launch PowerShell directly. Still, you can identify it with indeed what if it was indeed an key phishing or another attack vector by looking at the preceding file creation event. An key file must have appeared somewhere in download before, so this is about tracing, because here you can see you think it's Explorer or launch it, you know. Okay, now let's. I don't think we're exploring Allen key for this room. We're more. They give us the sysmon. Let's go to our friend sysmon. Now we're switching from Windows event to sysmon. Um, as I said, this room is slow. In the real scenario, you get 1000. It's easier to just scroll down and look for it. Now the question is, which file did user download via the browser? So if you're looking for download, as we said, the download start. User go to open browser, then start downloading something. So we're looking for if you are lazy, because the room is easier, so you can you know it's this is not a process of we're looking for the browser opening. That's not the browser, that's a local Windows stuff. That's not Windows, we're not looking there. That's not the browser. You can see Edge starting now. Edge, Microsoft Windows Edge. So process creation 1. That's still Microsoft Edge. So if you follow there, now you can see 11 directly after this. So after this, somehow relate what happened in 11. You can see is C user download. This is downloading something in. And when download start, usually you find a temporary file that get created. Does it give us more detail on this? I don't think so. That's when you kickstart downloading. You can see users TryHackMe administrator is download. This is a temporary still there in the temp when Windows start. Process MS is also 15. Now we have it 11 again. It's still not showing us what is downloading, so we know it's downloaded to a user administrator folder. We approach this is MS because it's processing. You have too many processes to create. Now we have another. Now we can see it's C user administrator download topcats zip folder. So we know what after now it's download local is finished. So the question of course said which file did the user download via the web browser. So basically we already got there. It's already downloaded there. I'm not typing Windows. Yo, you need to give me the answer. Why it's going to that space? Control C. I do that. So that's the file is downloading. And then in which folder did the user archive the suspicious file? Now we're following the same logic here. You know, you can see, you can, if it's archive, it means there will be an 11 you can filter current log with 11 or something and 1 if you want. It's easier for you. You can just say 1 and 11. Because here we don't have too much log, I can just scroll down. So we know this is the one that user, and then this one is start downloading to the download folder. We're looking for the, and now we know it's still downloading. Now we know it's downloaded. Now let's see what the user did. If the user did, he will click to unzip it. Now he unzip it to the, you can see it was now this is launching it to yeah, unzip it in the picture folder. So that's why there's another file was created after that to the picture folder. 11, where is this 11? No, the download. So use it in, it should be clicked on it. Let me look for if any clear filter. Let's clear the filter. I want to see if there is any data of, so we know the download happened here. We know that's what the part when he threw it to file stream created. Oh, I didn't know that. 15 file stream created. Sysmon ID 15. I didn't know this. Oh, it mean after unzipping it. Hmm. So the 15 is a file stream created. Yeah, you can see a download, and that's why, for example, it's another way if you want where is download it from. That's how you download it from 10 14 97 Top Cuts 2005. You can follow the download and find if the question, for example, tell you where you got it from. Because you get it in this zone transfer. The zone transfer usually show you where the URL was downloaded from, and we know here it was created in pictures, and you can see the .exe file in the picture file, so we know what is the process ID launch. If a process launch, so we're looking for event ID 1, so we know the file. You can see the file is there, but now this is the nzip, so we're looking for event ID 1. After that, what is this? No, this one, it's not. This is MS Paint. Where is one was process created? That's not. This is Windows hosts. MSG, that's Edge. MS. Oh, now we can see the process start image C user administrator. We know it starts from the picture folder bestcut.jpg.xe. So now we know the process. This is where the process starts. You can see event ID 1 and the image is this, so we know the process. That's the process ID. Though finally, which malicious domain did the malware try to connect? Of course, this is DNS, and they tell us here go for event 22 DNS request. Now if I go, we are there, so we know it launched. Now the process start. Now we can just follow and look for what happened after that. We know 13 is registry value set. Usually, does it part of the malware? No. Oh yeah, you can see because it's launching or something. Now we're looking for 22 DNS query. And now you have the image. You can see this one did, and you can see the query name here. If you look at it, it's too small, but that's the query name. So it was a query, this cat.jb.xe. It queried this domain, so we can copy. That's the query of the domain. Now we got that, so we're lucky the machine didn't crash. Then initial USB before. Let's close this one, so Windows doesn't complain on my practice. We go into USB, and let's open this one in the meantime and let it run. Now, risk of removable media. Also, some may believe that days of infected USB flash drive are long gone, and cloud services have replaced them completely. That actor will disagree, as proven by Camaro Dragon and Raspberry Robin attack. More eventually, via an infected USB bypass firewall, much like phishing. And because someone, an employee, can just take USB, go to work, and just plug it. That's why some companies they just disable the USB port directly in their computers. USB delivery case. Imagine working at TryHackMe and receiving delivery package with a fancy hat and USB labeled a gift from HR. You plug it in, a harmless gift pop up, and you call HR to thank them for the present. But while I shall figure out what you meant, the malware from USB USB has already spread in your laptop, and this is usually they tell us a real world scenario. What is a real world scenario? TryHackMe. FBI warned of hacking many malicious USB drives to spread ransomware. Print service case. Another common scenario involves third-party entities like a print service. Suppose you visit one and hand over your USB to print a document. Their system already infected. That's dangerous. With a worm, that's why you just send them an email with your file, and that's a real-world scenario too. Detect an infected USB. It's the same as a file because when you use a either auto start or the user click on it. In this lab, we're more targeting user click on it. Malware hide or legitimate file in USB, or create malicious recovery, or malware create a photo.exe binary and set it icon to look like a simple folder. Malware create double extension like we talked before. Notice the drive. This is special binary USB. You can see the letters. You can see them from the letters of them. Uh, there's a practice to understand it. Now they tell us which file launched by the user, which suspicious file did malware drop, and which copy to another file. As I said, this one is a smaller one too. It's 39. Of course, now we're looking for what? The user open USB. You just look where is process creation. No, this is more Chrome. We're looking for not the 20. If a user just plug USB, not DNS query, it should be process. No, this is an update. Open with system open with. This is Chrome. File created. C user admins a download meeting recording.zip. Did we open the correct file? What meeting recording this? Where is that elet or something? This is Chrome. Open SanDisk 4 gig USB. You can see the letter now. So process created. What exactly the question? Which USB file was launched by the user? Okay, because process 1, you can see what process created, and we can detect it is here, so we know it's a USB for the user. Let's test this thing. And then the questions tell us which suspicious file did the manual drop to the disk, because it's a drop, so file was created. So we know user open this one, process creation, so it's followed by 11, which is file was created, and then you can see that it's already there. The image and target file name, you can see they're connected to each other. So the image is what was in USB, and then the tag file that you can see the name suspicious and in a document folder is that basically to create a user. Next one is to which other USB did the malware propagate. Format just the letter. And they give us the hint. It said malware can just copy itself to all other connected disks, creating sysmon event ID. Because it's copying, so we're looking for 11 ID 11. So we look in the next one. Let's see what happened in the next one. Tell me image, that's the one of USB, and it target file name to the F drive. So it copied itself to the F. Why am I? Yeah, I'm lazy. So I just copy that. What's the answer format? Well, just a letter. Okay. And that's it, guys. Takeaway: the most common Windows initial access method is RDP phishing. Initial RDP can be easily detected in default authentication log 4624 4625. User-driven attack are the best detected by process execution. Even sysmon is usually the best for this. Initial access method LNK as unique feature that you will learn through program. Maybe this one will be do it next room, um, using more tools like Zimmerman and all of that. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope you like it. And yeah, if you have a question, let me know in the comment. Please like and share. Help channel grow. I'm trying to grow the channel, is a bit slow. Thank you very much and have a good day.